So go ahead and take a moment to find your comfortable seat in your chair, maybe sitting just a few inches away from the back of the chair so that your spine can be nice and free. And this is your time to center, to reconnect with you. So inviting yourself to do whatever you need to do to land in your body in this moment. You might sway a little bit from side to side. You might squeeze your feet against the surface of the floor underneath you. You might press your tailbone down into the floor, into the chair underneath you. And notice the impact of that on your spine as you press down. In my body, I'm noticing my spine naturally kind of floating a little bit. There's a little bit of a lift coming out of that strength. Just noticing, getting curious, what's going on in my body in this moment. And taking this time to reconnect with the support that's inside us, the support that's right underneath us right now. Pressing our feet down into the floor a little bit stronger. And let some life, some strength come into our legs as we do that. And taking a nice deep breath, let the breath be as full and as buoyant as it wants to be. And just allow the exhale to happen. And keeping your sit bones strong and your feet strong. Let's bring some support into our hands. Take your dominant hand, whichever one it is, the right or the left, and cradle your other hand in that dominant hand. And then allow your hands to just rest a little bit on top of the lap. And bring some strength into that bottom hand, holding up your other hand. And allow that top hand to rest into support. Allow your shoulders to sink down a little bit. Allow your tongue to relax in your jaw. And inviting into your mind's eye in this moment the people who you love, the animals who you love, the people in this group practicing together, and anybody else who pops into your mind. And taking a moment to curl up your lips and smile. And feel the warmth in your body smiling at you. Your body loves you. Your body's always, always here for you. Always doing its best. And if it wants to, let's take the warmth of that smile down into the shoulders, into the heart, down into the belly. Those of us who have butterflies in the belly, let the warmth of the smile mingle with those butterflies or whatever else is going on. Maybe there's a little bit of sadness, or maybe there's some stress, or maybe there's some longing, or some peace. Just noticing, getting curious what's going on right now, and see if that warmth from your smile can settle into your hands, can mingle into whatever's going on in your belly. And just be. Allowing whatever it is you're experiencing right now to be enough. And embracing it. And taking your hands now and taking this warmth that is in your hands, I want to invite you to reach your hands forward and around you, creating a circle around the base of your body. And keeping those people, those animals, those beings that you love, that you've brought to mind, and imagine yourself sharing your warmth with them. The warmth that only you can give. And as we are almost swimming with our arms here, creating this circle of warmth around us, sharing that with the people that we love in this moment. Asking your body, how large do I want these circles to be? Do I want them to be soft and small, or do I want them to be large and expressive? Just tuning in. How do my arms want to move right now? If it feels good, you might even take your arms up and overhead and make a circle, or keep them down by your side. And noticing the pace that your body wants to move. You might be moving slower than me or a little bit faster than me. But allow yourself to dance with this a little bit. Maybe even moving your torso a little bit in some circles if that feels good. We're just warming up our upper body here, feeling some heat coming into our arms. Taking nice full breaths as we do this. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can let your arms hang down by your sides. And just notice the impact of that movement on how your heart feels, how your mind feels. Shimmying just a little bit more forward in your chair now, if that feels okay. We're going to tend to our shoulders and invite any tension that we might be carrying in our shoulders and upper back to melt a little bit. So go ahead and just start by letting your hands rest either against the chair or against your legs, and just get comfortable, maybe tapping the sides of your legs a little bit to kind of get comfortable here. And then we are going to rotate from the tops of the shoulders in toward our center and press the backs of the hands against wherever they're landing, either the chair or against our legs, if they're landing at our legs. And allow the shoulders to come as close as they want to our center. And feel the effort here, feel the tension that is here, and pause. And then very, very slowly allow that effort to just melt. Allow your hands to unwind and relax. Allow your shoulders to do the same. And let's do that again, rotating the shoulders in toward the center, pressing the backs of the hands against the thighs. Feel the effort here. And then allow that to melt away. As we do this again, I want you to notice in your shoulders, is there any staccato? Is there any kind of hesitation? In my shoulders, there's a little bit of resistance, a little bit of some of that stickiness as I'm rolling them in. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's simply just a sign of a little bit of stress that's been lingering there. And what we want to do is invite some smoothness into those places. Bringing our song into this movement. See if we can smooth out a little bit and make it a little bit more easeful. You can go back and forth a couple more times at your own pace here. Turning the shoulders in, feeling that contraction, and then softening, melting. Take one more. And when you're ready, you can let the arms hang loose. Go ahead and shake them out just a little bit. And we're going to come into some cat-cows. So go ahead and place the tops of your hands, the palms of your hands on the top of your leg, one on each leg. And pressing down with your hands, go ahead and on the inhale, reach your back open, arching the spine, stretching the chest muscles, and looking up toward the ceiling if that feels good. And exhaling, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, round. I want to invite you to play a little bit in this rhythm of arching the back and then rounding the back. And allow yourself to move toward pleasure, toward soothing. If there's any tension that you're carrying, or if there's anything that is drawing you that just feels really pleasurable, really delicious, I want to invite you to allow your body to do that. So you might circle the shoulders as you arch and round. You might allow your neck to get involved and make some circles here. Truly moving freely here, allowing your body to tell you what feels really good. You can even get your legs involved if you'd like to, extending one leg out at a time and bringing it back in. We're loosening up our spine here, allowing there to be some more space for the breath and for good communication between all parts of the spine, the bottom to the top, up to the brain. And go ahead and take a couple more of these at your own pace. Awesome. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and return to an upright seat. And from here, let's go ahead and plant our right foot down on the ground. And this will be our anchor and our balance. We're going to come into a little bit of a swing with our left foot. And I want to invite you to paint the floor underneath you with your left toe and just swing that left foot front to back and front to back. Feeling the strength in your right leg balancing you as you do this. And if you need to, feel free to hold on to the chair for some support as well. And then if it feels comfortable in your body, let's draw some circles on the floor with your left toe. Again, making those circles as small or as large as they want to be. And noticing how this feels in the hip. If there's any pain or pinching in the hip, let's make the circles a little bit smaller. And if there's any kind of staccato, we can see if we can soften and smooth into those spaces. You can switch directions now if that feels good. And when you're on the outside of your circle, go ahead and place your foot just a little bit wider than your hip. Plant that foot here. Shimmy forward just a little bit if you need to. And let's lift our right foot off the ground into a little swing. Just gently, in your own pace, swinging your left foot front to back, painting the floor with your right toes. Letting your left foot's strength really hold you up right now. And you can go ahead and draw some circles with the right foot. Again, allowing them to be as large or as small as they want to be. And you can switch directions here whenever you'd like to. Getting some fresh movement into this hip and noticing any differences on this side versus the left side. And then when you're ready, go ahead and plant your right foot onto the outer part of that circle that you made. So we're in a wide-legged seated squat here, or a seated goddess pose. And just take a moment to feel into this shape. What does this shape feel like in my body? Are there any adjustments I can make to feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more stable? Maybe bringing the feet a little bit inward if that feels comfortable. Maybe actively pressing your tailbone down into the floor, squeezing the bum together. And notice how that action naturally creates a little bit of a lift in the spine. And just take a moment to get used to that feeling here. Feeling your legs work here. Let's play with some side bends. So let's plant the right hand down on the top of the right thigh, and then reach the left arm up and over, and find a sway here, back and forth. Imagining that your left arm is like a blade of grass that is swaying in the wind, and being really present to the energy that's around you right now, the wind that is around your body right now, allowing your torso and your arm to move in sync with each other, and let a gentle stretch happen in your left side body here. Keeping your legs strong. If it feels okay, you can marry the breath with this movement. And if you want to, you can go ahead and draw some full circles with that left arm if that feels okay. Circular motions are so calming for the nervous system. We're non-verbally telling our nervous system that we're nurturing right now. And play with these sways here, what feels good. Right now I'm swaying on the bottom half right now after I've done a few full circles. And in your shoulder, if those full circles don't feel comfortable or pain-free, you can keep the sways just kind of more gentle down here. But just playing here and creating some more space. When you're ready, you can bring that left hand down and take a moment and notice the difference between your left arm and your right arm. Any new sensations that have come up? And let's take this to the other side. So planting your left hand down on your thigh. Go ahead and reach the right arm up and over. Finding that sway in the wind here again. Allowing your torso to follow your hand here up in the air. And find a comfortable place for your eyes to be. If your neck is uncomfortable, a really great strategy is to adjust where you're looking until it is. You can take some full circles here if you want to on this side. If it feels okay, you can allow your gaze to follow the movement of your arm and switch directions. And that feels good. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can rest that top hand down on your thigh. And we're going to come into a 5-pointed star. So keeping your feet right where they're at. And go ahead and reach your arms out to the side like you're trying to reach the opposite ends of the room. And pressing your feet really strong down into the floor. Go ahead and reach the right arm up, extend the right leg. Keeping that left arm straight. And then come back to center. Extend the left leg and the left arm. And come back to center. One more time on each side. Extend the right arm, the right leg. Come back to center. And the left side. And come back to center. Beautiful job. You can lower your arms and bring your feet back into hip width distance apart. We've done quite a bit of expansion kind of movements, taking up more space with the body. And now we'll do some kind of contracting, going inward movements to balance that. So I want to invite you once again to plant your hands on the tops of your thighs. And this time bring your hands just to the tops of the knees so that you're supporting yourself in a little bit of a forward bend here. And we're going to come into some forward folds in a wave-like pattern. So on the inhale, go ahead and reach like we're doing cow pose. Open the chest. And then exhale, go ahead and fold over the top of your thighs. Allowing your arms to support your torso here. And letting the neck hang loose if that feels okay here. Letting the head rest. Noticing here the strength in your legs and the strength in your arms, allowing the top of your body to soften. See if you can allow your strength and your softness to both be here. On the inhale, like a wave, go ahead and rise again. Leading with the chest. And exhale, fold down over the tops of your thighs. Let the neck hang loose here. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let yourself fold. Inhale, reach. And one more time, let yourself fold over your lap. When you're ready, you can press yourself back up to your normal seated position. Scooch back in your chair so that you have the support of the back of your chair behind you now. And we'll end with a little pranayama, a little bit of breath work. As you get comfortable here, go ahead and just take a few breaths into the belly, into the ribs, into the back. And exhale, release. Inhaling into the belly, into the ribs, into the back. And exhale, release. We'll bring in a little bit of a count here of 4. So inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. We'll add a little pause at the top of each one now. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold. Go ahead and take a few more of those breaths at your own rhythm. If 4 was a little bit too long for you, you can stick to a count of 3. Or if you're feeling like your body wants some more air, feel free to extend it to 5 or 6. And if it feels okay, let yourself have a little gentle hold at the top and the bottom of each breath. Sticking with that rhythm for a few more breaths here. And allowing your muscles to soften into the chair. When you're ready, you can open your eyes if they've been closed. Rub your hands together